Ciampa and Miz ended up with a post-match beatdown. Too cold, man. We've seen Ciampa's rise on NXT. He's kind of been doing, the bare minimum, if that, on Monday Night Raw. But it looks like him and the
Yeah,
Miz,
pretty
for
much.
the time being, are forming some type of alliance. Knowing WWE's history with older talent, and of course, NXT historically, do we see Ciampa, man, breaking through? We seen Priest break through. Do we see Ciampa, before his main roster runs up? Do we see him doing anything of significance? Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi or yours, or whatever. AT&T attacking us as always. Let's see what comes of it first, and then we'll go from there. I'm not. I definitely could see something come from it, but right now I don't want to have too much hopes for Ciampa. I don't want to say, oh man, he's gonna have a great match with AJ Styles. Maybe eventually, because Miz is obviously moving on to Logan Paul. So if Ciampa way of coming up is to go 1-on-1 with AJ Styles, then I'm all for it. I'm all for it, because that's definitely a matchup I would love to see. Ciampa versus AJ Styles. I would love to see that. Two ring veterans like that, two different kind of styles. They kind of got the same style, but they got different styles. I would definitely like to see that. So I have no problem with that if that's where they're working up to. I don't know if it's going to be a SummerSlam match, but if it is, I wouldn't be mad at it. Look, stack the card for SummerSlam. Put on some matches. Don't give me just 6 matches in SummerSlam. I want a little bit more. I'm okay with the big pay-per-views. You've been doing pretty good with the little small ones you've been doing. This is SummerSlam. It's supposed to be the biggest party of the summer, and you're not giving us a pay-per-view for a month. I expect some matches for SummerSlam, and I wouldn't be mad if they wouldn't just throw that one out there just to say, hey, let's get these two guys out there.
Well, it's funny you said that, man. You and Earl seem to be two peas in the pod, because as you mentioned that, he said he typed up, man, Ciampa should get a push around SummerSlam, which I wholeheartedly agree.
And building up between him and Styles up into SummerSlam, that's a good thing to do. So why not use them, man? Like, dude, right now, if you got the ear of Triple H and Stephanie walking around, even though Vince is still having his supporters say so, man, if you got some support walking around, be like, hey, man, you know what? This is what we gonna do. We got AJ Styles. There's no way we can't have an AJ Styles at SummerSlam. We gonna get this dude Ciampa. We gonna build this up for the next couple of weeks. Y'all gonna have a nice little match. All right, just something to fill the show. It ain't in 10 minutes. Give it 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. You ain't got to give it long. I'm sure they can come up with something good for that time frame to build on later on.
Absolutely. And